Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Madman. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, share this with your friends and family on social media, and subscribe, comment in the comment section. Today we are talking Michigan's huge recruiting weekend. It is Victor's weekend. They have elite talent on deck. We're going to talk about that. Plus, I missed some Ric Flair moments this past week. We're going to catch up to all of that. And of course,
no disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans, poor little bro them. And I'ma tell them why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset.
First things first, this is usually the part where I tell you why I'm mad. But today, we're not angry, right? In fact, we're sad. Sad probably isn't the right word. We are sympathizing. We can't sympathize, actually. We are empathizing with our little brothers to the west over in East Lansing. Poor little bro them. Let me show you this. They just can't get right. This is their visitor list for this weekend. No disrespect to these kids, of course, but poor little bro them. We move on. In the time since you last heard from me, Michigan picked up elite 4-star safety Kyle Winston out of Washington, D.C., Gonzaga High School, and me and my guy didn't get a chance to celebrate, so we'll do so now. Rick, what's up?
On the best there is. Woo! 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 Woo!
Also in that time, Michigan picked up elite quarterback prospect out of Cocoa, Florida, Brady Hart. You heard that correct. That man has combined the names of two Michigan legends into one. He is destined to be a Michigan legend himself. By the way, cherry on top of this one, Brady Hart apparently committed to Michigan while on his official visit to the other state. By the way, it is said that the other state threw everything but the kitchen sink at Brady Hart to land him in their 2026 class because they didn't want him to go to Michigan. You know why? Because Brady Hart is a baller. Rick, what's up?
On the best there is. Woo! 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 Woo!
Now we got to get to these prospects that are visiting the Michigan Wolverines this weekend, starting with elite wide receiver prospect who Michigan looked like they were in the lead for at one point this spring, right before the spring, but then Oklahoma looked like they were in the lead for him, and then Oklahoma ended up taking 3 other receivers. So now Michigan is back in the top spot in the driver's seat for Andrew Marsh. Let's take a look at his film. He's an absolute dog out of Katy, Texas. This would be a steal for Michigan if they can land him. He is a 4-star out of the state of Texas. They will also have Taz Williams Jr. on campus this weekend. Taz coming off of his official visit to Penn State, where apparently they moved the needle. I got to be honest. And to boot, Taz and his family are originally from Pittsburgh, which is also in Pennsylvania. But Michigan has a chance to turn that around on this visit. And if Michigan can land the combination of Taz Williams and Andrew Marsh, that would be absolutely phenomenal. And hopefully they can do so. Let's hope that Ron Bellamy can work his magic, sprinkle in some pixie dust there for the wide receiver room. We'll see what happens, though. We move on. Let's talk about some of the other top-level recruits that'll be on tap for Michigan this weekend. Ivan Taylor, safety prospect who heavily favored to Notre Dame at this time, will be on campus for his official visit to Michigan, as well as another safety prospect, Jordan Young, who will also be on campus for an official. He has a top 3 right now that consists of Notre Dame, Florida State, and Clemson. It does look like Florida State and Clemson might be in the driver's seat for his services, but Michigan will try to move the needle with both of those guys. Avon Taylor, about a week ago, I would have said Michigan had a better shot, but since the Kainoa Winston commitment and some other things that have taken place, I'm not sure. He may stick with that Notre Dame commitment. However, Michigan and Wink Martindale and those guys will have a shot. We'll see what they can do this weekend. Hopefully they can move the needle with him. One guy that I really hope Michigan does make a statement with is Nathaniel Owusu-Boateng. He is out of IMG Academy in Florida. He is originally from Manassas, Virginia, though, right here in the DMV area. He attended school in Maryland before moving to go to IMG Academy. But his brother, I do believe, went to Notre Dame. Notre Dame is in the thick of it with his recruitment along with Florida. Hopefully Michigan can get in there and muscle their way into a commitment from Boateng. He's an absolute unit. We'll see how that goes. Michigan will have interior offensive lineman Hardy Watts on campus, who was considered a Clemson lean. It now looks like Michigan may be in the lead for his services as well. So hopefully they can pull that one off. And of course, Maxwell Roy, we've talked about him on the channel here before, defensive lineman out of Philadelphia, also coming off an official visit to the other state. But Michigan has long been considered the leader for his services. So hopefully they can close the door on that commitment. That would be excellent. I've already talked to you about the wide receivers, Taz Williams and Andrew Marsh, both on both on campus for official visits. And also Kamar Archie. This is another linebacker prospect out of New Jersey who is strong on Penn State and Rutgers of all schools. Rutgers has really moved the needle with him. They are a local school, but Michigan is trying to, obviously get him to sign to the Wolverines. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. Michigan also has some Michigan commits coming for their officials, including the top-rated Michigan player on the board. Actually, I think he might have just been taken over. That might have been taken over by Kainoa Winston, but defensive lineman Nathaniel Marshall will be visiting for his OV. Carter Smith, quarterback in the 2025 class, will be on campus for his OV, as well as Jalen Williams, Avery Gatch, Bobby Kanka, and Eli Owens, the tight end, one of the first commits in this class for Michigan. That said, Michigan will also host another tight end, Andrew Olesh. He is a top 200 player in the country, and right now it's a battle between Michigan and Penn State for his services too. We'll see how it all plays out. Be sure to follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. Like the video, comment down below. Who do you think of those prospects that aren't committed? Who do you think Michigan has the best chance to land this weekend? Personally, I think Maxwell Roy will probably commit sometime today or tomorrow. I think that they are right there with Andrew Marsh, especially considering what's happened with Oklahoma. Those are the two I think would be the closest to committing this weekend. But let me know what you think. Let's talk about it in the comment section. Outside of that, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down. Son. I just don't get that all that Mace and that lock and all that. I just don't get it, son,
Okay,
for real.
just calm
And how
down.
the